So we have here, if you want to modify our program, for example, let's have a grade. Okay, the plus sign. So we have here CTR. CTR plus 1. Plus. Okay, compile. Zero 1, 0 2. Okay. Maybe we will try to we'll try to separate, for example, int I is equal to 0. Or I is equal to 1. So I plus equal to CTR. Take note that this one is equal to, so we have here comment, I is equal to I plus CTR. Okay, so compile. Okay, so still or I mean is equal to plus 1. Okay, so grade 1 is equal to 100, 90, 80, 75, then 85. Okay. Next, let's try to input. Okay, let's try to input your value. Okay, so for example, that is for initialization, and now we will have an input value. Example, then not int, new int. Okay, so make it example, make it 10. So meaning our grade now has an array size of 10. Then we have here our loop should be also 10. Then we have here grade. Okay, so compile. Let's check the output if we are on track. Okay, so we have here grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4 till grade 10. Okay, then next, let's have an input. So for example, we will use an input from keyboard. We have to import java util.scanner. Okay, so meaning that we will reuse the code of the scanner class. Okay, so next, okay, scanner MyScan is equal to, so we will instantiate our MyScan. Okay, so scanner, okay, then we have the system.in. Okay, then next we will solve the total value of our grades. So sample, we will assign the value of our input value to our array. So what we will do, so we have the grades scanner, or grade scanner, I mean the grades array. Then we will assign it to CTR is equal to, okay, the MyScan dot next in. Okay, sum now. We do not have sum. Okay, so sum now int sum. Okay, so sum, okay, plus equal to grades CTR. Okay, so take note that the sum here is equal to sum plus grades CTR. Okay, so if you will execute this program, if you will input here a value of grade, for example 100, so grade sub 0 is equal to 100. We do not know how what is the value of our sum. So you have to initiate a value of our sum. So make it 0. So meaning 0 plus our grade, for example our input is equal to 100, 0 plus 100 is equal to, sum is equal now to 100. Okay, so then we will input, we will display the value of our sum. So for example, system.out.print okay, the total value, okay, plus sum. Okay, compile. So compile with no errors. Okay, so okay, sample 190. Take note that the input displays at the bottom of the grade 1. So let's try to reset our Java, meaning we will use it, we will use the print only. Okay, so compile, then run. Okay, sample 100. Okay, 9, 8, 5, 8, 5. Okay, so 100. Then, so the total value is 851. Okay. So let's try to minimize our counter. We will try to decrease it to 5 only. Okay. So sample, compile. So what is output? For example, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so 60. So the total value is 400. Okay, let's compute. So we have 80 plus 90 plus 100 plus 70 plus 60 is equal to 40. Okay, correct. So let's evaluate or simulate the program. Okay. So for example, we have okay, so we have simulation. Okay. So for example, we have here grades, which is an array. So grade. We have here subjects. Okay. Okay, so we have an array here, sub1, sub2, sub3, sub4. Okay, then next we have here I is equal to 1. Then next sum is equal to 0. Okay, so meaning we are done with this statement. We are done with this statement. Another one. Okay, so if we have here a for loop, okay, the first statement to be executed is the CTR is equal to 0. So CTR is equal now to 0. Then the next statement is we will check the condition if CTR now is less than now to 5. So is it 0? Okay, so for example, we have here 0. Okay, is it less than 5? So take note that if our condition is true, we will execute the body of our loop. So the body of our loop starts from here up to here. Okay, so I now is equal to CTR plus 1. The value of our CTR is equal to 0 plus 1. It will now become 1. Okay, then system.out.print grade. So take note, our output now here. Okay, so the output is equal now to grade. Then we have space here. The value of I is equal now to 1. Okay, then colon. Okay, we're done. Then grade sub CTR. What is the value of our CTR? Or I'm sorry, this is not 1. Actually, I is equal to CTR. The value of CTR is 0 plus 1. We will assign to I. So I now is equal now to I now is equal now to 1. Okay, 0 plus 1. Okay, then grade sub CTR, which is the value of 0 sub 0, my scan dot next age. Okay, so our input, for example, in our example here is 80. Okay, so we will type 80 from our keyboard. Okay, then we will assign the 80 to grade sub 0. Okay, grade sub 0 now is equal to 80. Okay, then next, so done. Sum now plus equal to grade sub 0. Okay, so meaning sum is equal to sum. What is our value of sum? Sum is equal to 0 plus grade sub 0, which is 80. So 0 plus 80, sum now is equal to 80. Okay, done. Then next, we have here the end of loop. So now let's go back to our for loop, which is the increment. Okay, we have the CTR plus plus, meaning we will add 1. So CTR now is equal to 1. Then let's check the condition. Okay, CTR's 1 is less than 5. Okay, true. So when we say true, so meaning we will execute the body of the program. So I is equal to CTR plus 1. CTR is 1 plus 1. I now will become 2. Okay, next, grade now. The string grade plus our CTR or our I is equal now to colon, then, okay, this is done. Then next, grade sub CTR. CTR is 1. Grade sub 1 now is equal to our input. Okay, for example, input now is 9. So meaning, ay 90. Meaning, our grade sub 1 now is equal to 90. Okay, sum plus equal to grade sub 1, which is 90. So our value now here, sum now is equal to 80 plus 90. So that will be 170. Okay, then let's go back to our for loop. We have here CTR plus plus. CTR now will become 2. Let's check CTR 2 less than 5. True or false? Okay, it's true. So we will execute again the body of our loop. So CTR now plus 1 is CTR now is equal to 2 plus 1. I now will become 3. System.out.print grade. The value of I is 3 colon. For example, next statement, my scan. So meaning input from keyboard. For example, our input is 100. So grade sub CTR, which is 2, grade sub 2 now is equal to 100. Okay. So next, what is the value of our sum? The value of our sum is 170. So 170 now. So we have here 170 plus our input, which is grade sub 2 is 100. So it will become 270. So sum now is equal to 270. Then next, CTR now will become 3. Then next, check the condition 3 less than 5. So the value of CTR is 3. So 3 less than 5 is true again. So I now is equal to 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 now is equal to 4. Okay. Then next, system.out.print grade. Okay. Grade 4 colon. So our example a while ago is 70. Okay. So my scan that next in. So our next input now is 70. Okay. So 70. So assign to grade sub CTR. Grade sub 3. Grade sub 3 is equal now to 70. Then next statement. So sum plus equal to grade sub 3. So sum is 270 plus 70. It will become 340. Then grades, or I mean to say, then back to loop, C++ or CTR++. Okay, CTR plus 1 will become 4. Then check the condition, CTR less than 5 or 4 less than 5 is again true. So I now is equal to CTR plus 1. So I will become CTR plus 1, 4 plus 1, it will become 5. Okay, next, system.out.print. So we will print again the grade 5. So next, CTR sub grade sub CTR is equal to myscan.next int. Okay, another input from keyboard. Okay, so grade sub CTR is grade sub 4 now will become 60. Okay, sum create sub 4. So sum is 340 plus 60, it will become 400. Okay. Next, CTR plus plus. So the value of CTR is 5. Next, check the condition. CTR plus plus, which is 5 less than 5. False because it is equal. Then if the value is false, so you have now to execute the next statement after the body of loop of for. System.out.print, then the total value 400. Okay, so that's it. Okay,